All right, so let's see. I'm trying to be able to keep track of my my comments without having to look up and squint. But I have a feeling that I'm going to have to look up and squint anyway because nothing I do with my pages ever works right for me. So yeah. So this is what I'm doing. All right. So let's get rid of that because that is just not going to work. All right. So tonight I'm going to do the big board. Okay. We talked about this the last time, and actually a couple times we have actually spoken about this. So I've got the board all ready to go. The only thing that I haven't done is actually buffed it. So I'm going to do that really quick. I did put a layer of wax on earlier. So, but it's not a thick layer. So I'm just gonna give it a quick rub down, nice and circular motions to make sure that if there's any grooves in the wood that it's filled in with the wax. You don't want a heavy coat of wax on your boards, okay? But so it's a fairly large board, okay? And it's probably a little bit less than an inch thick, okay? And it's going to hang there. And I'll probably make a bow for it once I figure out how to make bows, which is not going to be tonight. And this is the design that I'm going to be using. Wild and sweet, the words repeat, peace on earth, goodwill to men. And I just love the song lyrics. I really, really do. And I love it when Burl Ives sings it. So, so we're going to start with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my transfer by fuzzing it. And I have my chalk paste all ready to go. We're going to do most of the chalk paste tonight. And then I'm going to do another layer on top of the black that we're using tonight. But I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to let that dry thoroughly before I do that, and I'm going to start with a clean transfer. So we're going to wait. I will do that part on my own. I will show you guys the finished piece in my next live, which will not be until Saturday. Okay, so I'm going to set this up and aside for a minute while we get the transfer all ready to go. Okay. So this is a pretty big transfer. I think this is an 24 by 8. No, it can't be 24. It's not 24. I think it's 18 by something. Let's see. So it is, yeah, 18 by 12. All right. So if you're going to get a surface to fit this, you're going to want at least an 18 by 12 surface. Okay. And the surface that I'm using tonight is just a little bit bigger than that, so it's perfect for it. So I'm just gonna get my fuzzing cloth all ready to fuzz. I haven't used this transfer yet, but I've wanted to use this transfer, so it's about time. You know, it's only Christmas time, right? So. And with the transfers, especially the larger transfers, I always like to be a little careful when I'm pulling it off of the backing. Basically because I don't want it to stick to itself. Because once it sticks to itself, it can be very tricky to get it unstuck. And usually it involves water. So in order to not have to deal with all that while we're doing this tonight, I'm going to be very careful. So what I've done is I have taken half of the transfer up and I've laid the fuzzing cloth right down on top of it. Okay, just like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, just so that when you pull out the backing comes off really nice. And it's already on top of the transfer. Okay. So there's the transfer on top of the fuzzing cloth. All right. I'm just pulling it up, putting it down, and fuzzing. And like I've told you over and over again, you think you fuzzed enough, fuzz again. Because these transfers are really sticky, and even though you want them to lay flat, you want to be able to get them back up off of the surface. So if you're joining me, please like and follow Jen's Craft Menagerie, and type the word peace in the comments below, and make sure you share while this is live. Okay. Hi Karen, how are you tonight? Glad you're here. Doing a large one tonight, but we're going to be very frugal with the colors, because sometimes less is more. And this is just crazy. All right, so I'm just gonna set this on my lap. We're doing the big board tonight, Karen. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Kendra. You may not be able to stay the entire time. That's okay, Kendra. You're here now, so like and share it. And as long as you do that and you've got the word peace there, which you do, you're in, okay? The big thing is sharing. All right. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to get my transfer centered on my board. Now I'm not going to center it to top to the bottom, because the top is going to have either a bow or something up there to decorate it. So see, okay, there it goes. All right. So it's going to be like that, because up here is going to have a bow or something or other. It's going to be decorated. All right. So I'm just going to get it centered, and as centered as I can possibly get it. And if you weren't here before, I just wanted you to know that I did wax this surface. So it is all set to go. I waxed it about a half hour ago, and then I buffed it just before I put the transfer down. All right. So, and now I'm just going over to make sure that there is nothing to mess with the integrity of the transfer. All right. Now I'm going to be doing the lettering in black. There is something there. I don't know what. Okay, that's a piece of glitter. Man, you use one little bit of glitter and it is all over your room for the rest of your life. Oh, I don't know if that's my eyelash or not. All right, let's see. All right, so, oh, all right. I'm doing good. I'm tired. I have not slept. I get done work, I come home, and usually get dinner or something going, and hang out with the dogs, watch Jeopardy, and then I come up here, get ready for my lives, then I do my live, and then I clean up after my live, and then what else do I do? Then I try to figure out what I'm going to do the next time. So I'm tired. I need to sleep, and I'm not sleeping well. So, but I will eventually. I know I will. So, all right. So we're gonna do the black velvet. All right, and I'm not gonna do any of the. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna do the words. I'm gonna do the words, and I'm gonna do the lines in the black. I'm gonna do the designs. There. In shimmer olive. Okay. By the time this is done, it's going to look really good. But I am trying to keep it as simple as I can. I'm going to be chalking from the top down, and I'm going to peel as I go. All right. So, get my wipes handy so that I will be able to clean my hands off, because we all know Jen gets dirty. Okay. Alright, let's see. Top to the bottom, guys. Alright. So I am listening to Christmas music tonight. I've got it down low enough where it's not distracting me. So that's good. Because I like to listen to Christmas music when I'm crafting. I like to listen to music when I'm doing anything. Cleaning, always listen to music. So I know we've talked about Christmas music and we've talked about baking, but I don't know if we've talked about favorite Christmas movies. So you guys, what are your favorite Christmas movies? Now we can categorize these as to your favorite Christmas movies when you were a kid, your favorite Christmas movies when you were a young adult, and your favorite Christmas movies now, if you want. Or maybe you just have one specific Christmas movie that you absolutely love and you cannot live without it. So let's talk about Christmas movies. White Christmas. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. My sister loves Holiday Inn. And I do like that one too. It never was a favorite of mine, but I do like that one. The music and the singing and the dancing and the whole premise. But White Christmas is a lovely movie too. Alright, so I'm just going to peel up what I have done right now. Okay, and I'm just going to drop it. I'm not going to touch it, just dropping it. Okay, I'm going to set the black aside and take out the shimmer olive so I can do the design here. So let's see. I love romantic comedies for Christmas. I do too. And Melissa loves Miracle on 34th Street. I do too. The old one. The one with Cary Grant. That is my favorite. One of my favorite. I can't say it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. But I do love Cary Grant. So, he is timeless, guys. Timeless, that man. Well, I hope this olive shimmer shows up on the wood. If it doesn't, when I do the grige, and I'll show you the grige when we're done, I'm going to do the grige over the black, like in a like the black as the shadow, and I think it's going to look really, really neat. But when I do that, if this doesn't show up well, if the olive doesn't show up well, then I will do the meadow green over that, and that'll fix that one. It's not hard to go over them, especially if you're doing like a shadow, because then it looks on purpose if you mess up just a little bit. So, which is okay with me. Totally okay with me. I myself, God, on Christmas Eve, and I haven't done it in a couple of years, but I'm probably going to do it this year, I stay up and I watch A Christmas Carol, the one with Alistair Sim, because that is what my dad used to do. And I think he, I don't know if he did it before Midnight Mass or did it after Midnight Mass, or he did it when he stopped going to Midnight Mass. But it's always on super late. And it goes into Christmas morning. So, so I will probably definitely do that this year. And then, It's a Wonderful Life, also one of my favorites. Okay, so let's see. I can pull that up just a little bit. And pull that up. Okay, drop that back down. And I'm just pushing down the piece, and I'm pushing down the earth because they kind of pulled up when I pulled that up, okay? And they will be okay. They will be okay because we're going to get those right back down and get those done. I'm feeling very confident about this. I'm really hoping that it looks good underneath. So, I love this transfer. I really am just in love with it. The first time I saw it, it was actually one of the first transfers that I purchased when the Christmas transfers first came out. But I think it's a sentiment that I like to live with too. I think people take me the wrong way sometimes. They think that I am, I don't know, like I want to start a controversy or something. I mean, I posted a post about cows standing out in the weather today, and I think it rubbed people the wrong way. I know we live in farmland, okay, I get it, but these cows I have seen at least 5 days a week in the weather, in all sorts of weather. I do not see a barn. And I feel bad for them, and I don't know why people get upset with me for feeling bad about the cows being out in the weather. It's just the way I feel. I'm not trying to be controversial about it, but I think I ticked some people off. Because I'm not a farmer, and I get it. I'm not a farmer, but I do love animals, and I do believe animals have feelings. I always have, and anybody who knows me knows that. But I think people think that I do it to be controversial. I don't want to start arguments. I'm just stating my opinion. And I just think it bothers some people. And I apologize if people think that I'm targeting them. I'm not. But I don't know. I think it's the way the world is now. I think the world sometimes would be so much better without some of the ways we can communicate. So, even Facebook. I mean, I'm communicating with you guys doing this, but yes. And you know what, Karen? I didn't even discover that movie until a couple of years ago when Derek, he was watching it, and I ended up watching it with him. And that was a really good movie. You know, and it's the other one, the new one with, well, it's not new anymore. I want to say it's with Denzel Washington. Boy, that's a good one too. He did a really good job in that. So, but Cary, I mean, nobody can be Cary Grant. I mean, Cary Grant's just... The Cary Grant of my generation would probably be... George Clooney, I think. But my parents' generation, Cary Grant was the real thing. Oh shoot, I covered one of my fancy lines. So I'm going to be really careful now and see if I can get just what I'm supposed to with the black, and then go over the one that I did wrong with the green. Okay. Oh, I hope this is turning out. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna, wow. Oops. So yeah, my fingers got a little black that time. He's a rock star. He is. He is for sure. Oh my God. When men were... yeah. So... oh, my fingers are black. So let me get them cleaned up because I don't want to get anything not so nice. And I have to get the olive on here before... I have to get the olive on before I pull up here. So let's get that done. The dogs are going insane because it's so cold. They just want to go out, and then they go out and they want to come right back in. And it's like, oh my God, just do what you got to do and stop saying you got to go out. But it is cold. It got very cold very quickly. I don't think we were prepared for that. But you know what? We didn't get the snow like everybody else did. So that's really good. Okay. And one more spot. And then I can pull up that part. And I got a little bit of black on there. So that might have to get fixed later on. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So I'm going to pull that up. Guys, this is going to look so nice. Even that one with a little bit of black on it, I can fix that for sure. Yep, I can definitely do that. Alright, I've got a couple spots where it didn't go totally through or stick exactly the way it was supposed to, but it's, I think it's going to be okay. So I'm just going to drop that down. And as long as you don't push it down, you shouldn't get any marks on your surface. So... I am a messy Molly here. Look at that. I got black on my fingers again. I love Elf. I don't know if I told you or not. I love Elf. That movie is just... it's one of my favorites, and it's the one that we watched with the kids every year that we could. And it's one that we would play out in any elevator that we could find because jumping in the elevator is fun. So, good times. Definitely good times. So, I have not done any baking yet. Has anybody got any baking done? If Kendra's still on, I'm sure Kendra's gotten some baking done. She's a good baker. One of my friends was making cheesecakes this year, so I ordered one from her. She's going to drop it off to me on Monday. You know, I'm just... now that I'm doing a small business, I kind of want to support small businesses. So I'm trying to do the best that I can when I can. So... none. No, me neither. I was thinking about making cherry winks this weekend because I know my mom wants to make some, but she really can't. She tells me she didn't have cooking skills to start with, but her cooking skills have lessened even more. So if she wants cherry winks, I'm probably gonna make her cherry winks. All right, so that's it for the black. Let me see. God, it's all over me. I should wear gloves when I do this, but I don't think I could. All right. What a mess. Oh my God. I'm amazed I'm just not covered from paste from head to toe. So, some sugar cookies. All right, you're making more cookies tomorrow, Melissa? What kind are you going to make tomorrow? I'm just going to pull this up. I'm going to drop it down. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do the rest of my greenery on here. Okay. And I've got a little bit of red that I'm going to do. But let's get the greenery done first. When I'm done with this, when I'm totally done with it, I will be spraying it with a polyurethane spray to protect it. And then it can be hung outside if we want to. I don't know if we would. Yeah, it can be hung outside or just regularly inside. It just protects against like dust and stuff like that too. So just gonna leave that little bit there because I got a little bit of black over there. And I figure if I wait till last, I can get it. And then if I get the black, it'll still be okay. Okay. And then on this side. I'm never going to have the right lighting in here. I'm going to turn this this way. That helps a little bit, not too much. I got to get Gage's package out to him. I don't even know if he's going to get it before Christmas, which really just kills me. This season has just gotten away from me totally. I just don't even know. Chocolate caramel ones, some peanut butter blossom cookies, and maybe Mexican wedding cake cookies. Ben wants me to make puppy chow. I made my puppy chow the other night. I did do that. And I do have that ready to go to Gage. So, but I think I might make some hard candy because he does like the hard candy too. But he likes making it. That was the one thing that we always did when he came over, was he would always ask if we could make the hard candy. And we did that together. So I don't know if he actually likes to eat it or if he just likes to make it. Where's my cap? Oh, okay. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to do the red last. And just so you know, I did mix these up before we actually sat down and started working on this. Because if we didn't, I would be still mixing them and talking. So. Alright. So I'm going to be very careful here. Sometimes when I concentrate, I'm really quiet. So, sorry. Sorry for the blank air. I've been told I need to just talky. So, but if I talk, sometimes I can't concentrate so good, right? So, another one of my favorite Christmas movies, and I don't even know if I mentioned it or not, and I probably did, is It's a Wonderful Life. I love Jimmy Stewart. I loved him growing up, and he reminded me of my dad. If my dad had a brother, it would have been Jimmy Stewart. So I always kind of considered him my uncle. And when he died, oh my God, I just cried. So, oh guys, wait till you see this. This is awesome. I'm just going to set this over on my backing. Face up. Okay. Now, you guys, I'm so pleased with this. I don't know if I want to go over it with the Grige. I think this might just be perfect without it. Look at that. What do you think? Wow, I really like it. So I will do some touching up on it after my transfer has been washed and dried. But after that, I think I'm just going to, I might touch up the green a little bit and add some of the darker just so it shows up better. But after that, I think I'm just going to polyurethane it and it's going to be good to go. So, oh, thank you guys. Your comments are wonderful. Thank you so much. Wow, I really like it. This is a really sweet transfer. I love it. So, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you for showing up. I'm not going to do a live tomorrow night. Derek is actually doing a story through an Adirondack. The Adirondack Center for Writing is having like a story slam tomorrow night. And so he's going to be doing a live with them. And I'm going to be watching that. So I will be live on Saturday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I will be live on Saturday, and that's when we'll do the drawing. And I will get your names in the drawing, and we will just go from there. All right? So you guys have a great night. Make sure you're following me so you get my notifications letting you know that I'm going to be doing the live on Saturday so that you guys are present. And we'll just go from there. All right? Have a great night. Thank you so much for showing up. Take care.